Hey guys, this is Dante Rich with Costa Rica Rich. First off, I just want to apologize to you guys for the bit of inactivity on our channel for like a year. I've just been pretty busy with life stuff, but as of right now, we've got some time on our hands to get back into the game and do some more videos for you guys. I think I mentioned in the last fact video that I was going to be doing 4 of these 25 fact videos, but I guess this is the halfway point. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Number 1. Independence Day in Costa Rica is on September 15th, which also happens to be the same as the Independence Day of Spain, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua, so unfortunately not a very unique date. Number 2. Costa Rica's highest point is the peak of Mount Treebo in its national park, just reaching about 4,000 meters in altitude. Number 3. A fascinating historical attraction in Costa Rica, mainly known as the Stone Spheres, is a site in Punta Arenas consisting of hundreds of stone spheres from supposedly more than 1,000 years ago. Stones are of all different sizes, some massive and some a bit smaller, but they all seem to have been carved into perfect spheres, which is, I guess, where the mystery behind it lies. Unarguably, one of the biggest food and consumer goods companies in Costa Rica is Dos Piñas. While they mainly specialize in dairy products, you can definitely say that they're one of those companies that have their hands in everything. And you'll definitely find plenty of their products in every convenience store you visit. Number 5. There are a few differences when it comes to the school year in Costa Rica. In the United States, the school year usually starts anywhere in September and ends in mid-June. In Costa Rica, however, the school year starts in February, which is more towards the beginning of the year, and then ends in December. Number 6. If you're from the United States, then you're probably aware that every state has its own set of symbols, like a flag, a bird, and etc. Well, of course, in Costa Rica, they have that too, so without further ado, here's the flag, here's the bird, here's the tree, here's the flower, here's the anthem, and then a handful of other cultural symbols. Number 7. The new and pretty recently elected president of Costa Rica is currently Carlos Alvarado Quesada. Number 8. Costa Rica Rich is the best channel on YouTube. I'm kidding. Moving on! Number 8. Overall, Costa Rica is ranked as the 60th richest country, which is more or less in the middle. And as much as some people would like to think that Costa Rica is not a third world country, I mean, of course it has its poverty and stuff like any other country, but please don't try to convince people that that's the first impression they're going to get coming here. Number 9. Costa Rica's current population is about 5 million. 4.9 million to be a little bit more exact. Number 10. One of the most common traditional Costa Rican dishes is the Kassadin. The dish consisting of rice, beans, plantains, any kind of assortment of vegetables like salad, and then a main course which is usually fish, but it can be a few other different meats like pork or chicken. Trust me, I've had it before many times and they're pretty good and really filling, although every time I have a choice to pick between that and something else, I always turn it down for some reason. Like that one time we went to the mall and I decided to get Taco Bell instead, but my food ended up not having anything in it but bean and lettuce, and then I'm getting off topic. Anyway, the point is, Number 11. In Costa Rica, free universal healthcare is provided for all citizens and permanent residents. A little fun fact too, it's also considered one of the best healthcare systems in Central America, so I guess the people that said Costa Rica was a third world country must be feeling pretty embarrassed right about now. Number 12. For all the younger travelers that might visit or that live in Costa Rica, the minimum drinking age in Costa Rica is 18 and the minimum driving age is 21. So just remember that in case yeah. Number 13. All sales tax is already included in prices. Currently, sales tax is at 13%, and while that may seem like a lot at first, it is one of the ways that they use money to help pay for their health care, so that kind of balances out. Number 14. Any kind of hunting in Costa Rica is banned, which not only goes to government-protected areas like national parks or forest reserves, but really anywhere. Hunting is mainly made illegal to protect any endangered or exotic species, but nonetheless illegal. And the same applies to even tourists, not just citizens or residents. Number 15. This next fact mainly goes out to tourists and visitors, but whenever you take a taxi in Costa Rica, always be sure to use the red taxis. The red taxis usually come with a yellow triangle on the side, which just signifies that these taxis are government taxis and are probably the safest taxi option for you travelers. Also, Uber does exist in Costa Rica, so I guess that's an alternative too, if that's what you're into. Number 16. If you're looking for cell phone service in Costa Rica, there are 3 main providers that you might see around here: Holby, Movistar, and Claro. If you ever need to recharge your phone service, you can always visit somewhere like a pulperia or a convenience store and give them your number and amount of money you want to put on your phone, and they'll do it for you. Number 17. Although they're not very common in most parts of Costa Rica, you can still manage to find the most toxic spider in the world: the Brazilian wandering spider. So watch your step, I guess. Number 18. In Costa Rica, there are names for the 2 main weather seasons throughout the year, being rainy season and dry season. Rainy season is from May to mid-December, with there being the most rainfall from September to November. While in dry season, there's pretty much no rain from January to April, so if you're looking to book a trip here, something like that, it's best to do it between then. Number 19. A well-known amusement park in Costa Rica is Parque Diversiones, which is right on the border of Heredia and San Jose. It's basically the equivalent of like a Busch Gardens. The good news is for you tourists, if you're coming from San Jose Airport and you're interested in checking it out or something, you're only about 30 minutes away. Number 20. Costa Rica is one of the countries being least dependent on fossil fuels, with about 40% of their total energy use being nuclear and other alternatives. It definitely tops first in Central America. Number 21. Another special weather phenomenon in Costa Rica. Starting in the beginning of dry season in early December, high wind speeds start to blow over Costa Rica, hence the common name, the Christmas wind. Trust me, the other day, the wind was so crazy our patio furniture was sliding all over the place. Our outside chairs are all broken up and stuff. On the sea. Number 22. It's often said that Costa Rica is the single most expensive country to live in Central America. While this is true, this mainly goes for housing and food, while things like education and again healthcare are quite cheap. 23. For all those people who might find it of some importance at one point, Costa Rica's dialing code or area code, the 3-digit number like 804 or 213, theirs is 506. Number 24. Even though I did just say that Costa Rica was one of the most expensive Central American countries living-wise, ironically it is one of the biggest hotspots for retirement, gringos and expats obviously. Number 25. Costa Rica produces about 200 million pounds of coffee a year. Now, while that's less than 1% of the world coffee production, it is still in the top 20 for about 70 countries that produce coffee, so that's not too shabby. Looking back at my old fact video, I'm starting to realize just how flawed it was. I mean, I did my best and everything, but it could be better. There's just too many mistakes for my taste. For instance, my voice sounds way too squeaky in the video, even though I was like 13.
I have 25, so it all add up to 100. So, let's get started.
I hope you guys would tell me if my voice still sounded like that, right? Hey.
Or how in fact number 20 I made a typo and put that no song.
I call this one the Campfire Song.
On the radio are censored. So that's a thing. For the 9th fact about the whole coffee farmer and machete thing, I mean, it's not really a fact, and for some reason to me it just sounds kind of offensive? I don't know, just tell me what you think about that one. Anyway, I just wanted to clear those things up in case anyone was just dying to tell me that my voice was squeaky or I made a typo or something. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of the holiday season, just as much as I hope that this video will be posted before it's over. Bye.